Avodah Zarah Parakol Atzlamim Daf Mem Hey, sponsored Refuah Shlema for Zerach Ben Peril. Mishnah discusses items worshipped by Jews or idolaters, permitted benefit. One can benefit from anything naturally part of the ground, such as mountains, hills, and wild vegetation. However, worshipping them is prohibited. From the verse Leisach Moed Kesef V'Zahav Aleihem is derived, benefiting from anything used to adorn them is like benefiting from adornments of idols. The proof: Rabbi Yossi HaGlili brings a verse that discusses the destruction of idols. Abed tabdun al heharim haramim v'hagvaois v'sachas kol eitz ra'anan. Only things on top of mountains and hills are prohibited benefit, not the mountains and hills. Question: why was Rabbi Yossi HaGlili a distinct opinion in the Mishnah, being a proof for the Tanna Kama? The answer: number one, Rami Bar Chama explains the Tanna Kama derives from Loisach Mod Kesef V'Zahav Aleihem, that one cannot benefit from a gold-plated mountain, whereas Rabbi Yossi HaGlili holds the plating is legally similar to the mountain. The verse Loisach Mod prohibits only things detached. Number two, Rav Sheshis explains the dispute concerning a tree planted with no idolatrous intent was subsequently worshipped. Tanna Kama holds a tree planted without idolatrous intent does not become prohibited by its subsequent worship. Only a tree planted with idolatrous intent is prohibited. Rabbi Yossi HaGlili prohibits any tree worshipped. Planted is not naturally part of the ground. The proof: the latter part of his statement is an Asherah is prohibited because of Tfisas Yad, human intervention. Different derivations concerning the destruction of idolatrous items for Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda, and the Rabbanan. Number one, from the verse Vashereim Tisrafun Ba'esh, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda derives trees planted with idolatrous intent must be burned, from the verse Vashereim Tisrafun Ba'esh. Number two, from the verse Vashereim Tigadeun, he derived trees planted without idolatrous intent, only new shoots that grew after its worship are prohibited. Number three, from the verse Tachas Kol Eitz Ra'anan, he derived where Amorite idols can be found. Number four, from the double expression Abed Tabdun, he derived the two-stage process, cutting the Asheros first and then burning them. Number five, from Vibadatem Eshemam min HaMakam, he derived the requirement to uproot the trees. The Rabbanan, the Tanna Kama of the Mishnah, learn number one, from Vashereim Tisrafun Ba'esh, they derive trees planted with idolatrous intent must be burned. Number two, Vashereim Tigadeun, they derive that Hashem commanded a two-stage process for eradicating idols. Cutting down idols preceded the conquest of Eretz Yisrael. The conquest preceded burning them. This explanation is borne out by the verse teaching the requirement to destroy their altars and pillars. It states break apart and smash, but burning is not mentioned. A verse states B'silei Elohehem Tisrafun Ba'esh, indicating an ultimate requirement to burn. Therefore, it must be assumed burning was postponed until after the conquest. Number three, from V'tachas Kol Eitz Ra'anan, they derive a tree not planted with idolatrous intent, only what is under is prohibited. Number four, from the double expression Abed Tabdun, they derive a requirement to uproot the remainder of the tree underground. Number five, Vibadatem Eshemam min HaMakam, they derive a requirement to give them derogatory names. If you're enjoying Daf 5, please click on the link below, subscribe, and become a sponsor. Thank you.